2-rack, so
Yeah.
I didn't
Well,
notice.
I came in slightly too late, and I wasn't sure if he introduced them or not.
Oh, yeah.
Did you introduce both of them?
No. That's why I was
Okay.
like, got it, man. That's when you just go for it and just say, hey, 50-50 chance of sounding really like, bomb, just got him, boys, or, oh well. But look at this here. It isn't going to be a 2-racks. It is going to be the Reaper version of it. Very, very annoying build, actually. But Hydra, definitely a player that is good at dealing with pressure. But it's going to be annoying to deal with, and if he lets it snowball, it is going to be able to end the game perhaps for Apocalypse. Definitely something you have to be super careful for.
At the moment, Hydra can just barely not see. The bunker actually can see it now. Wow, the spam is real. I went to his vision to see if he could see it, and like my screen is flickering because he's going between all his base cameras so quickly.
Yeah, I saw that too, right? And he was able to get there right on time. And he is going to... Oh, he went for the pool first, it looks like. I didn't even realize that's what he did. So he's just perfectly fine here, but the bunker does finish.
Bunker finishes, but it's pretty darn low health. The SCV will try to heal it here. Reaper gets out a salvage, but is the salvage good enough? It is not, and it is killed. And now the bunker, the barracks in the middle for Apocalypse that is producing Reapers, but one at a time, and there's a queen ready in the main. Oh, man.
Yeah. No, this is the perfect opener here for Hydra. When you go for that pool first, any type of build like this does get deflected quite easily. Such a big deal, actually. Hydra not messing around at all. And he's just going to push it away. I mean, now Apocalypse trying to catch Hydra going for a hatch first, like pretty much any other Zerg would have done.
Which is what Hydra has done actually every single game we've seen him. He's done a hatch first, so beautiful play. This is a best-of-5 series, so I think both players kind of out-mind-gamed each other.
Yeah. The Triple Reaper still a threat. Gotta be careful not to lose one, though.
Definitely have to be very careful about that. Natural base is started for Apocalypse. And, I mean, realistically, he's forced out some links. I don't think that much damage done. Hydra is not broken. He has not forgotten an upgrade because of that. His natural is down, and he opened pool first. So either way, he would have pushed out Lings. So I think overall, Hydra has just set himself up into a fantastic position.
Well, he realizes that Apocalypse is not going to have much production. So as soon as speed is finished, he can probably force a lift up of that command center. So even if he doesn't get a game-winning move here by getting across the map, he is going to be able to get a lot of damage done because I don't believe that that factory is going to pump out Hellions fast enough. I mean, you got to get a reactor there. There's nothing being produced at home. Even the barracks has been floating, so it's only going to be Reapers.
It's going to be really scary. Yeah, the barracks, by the way, in the top right will go to deny a third, I guess. That's the best Apocalypse can possibly hope for. For now, the Reapers, this is where they're cutting. This is where, you wish it's Legacy of the Void with the KD8 charges. Sadly, won't be the situation. I mean, Apocalypse is just desperately, he's actually getting a third CC out, desperately trying to get something. I assume Hellions will be coming next, but that natural base is going to be forced to lift.
Yeah, but the Reapers are actually doing a really good job. He hasn't lost any of them, and even if he goes over to that natural, they can continue to jump up and down, kind of like picking away at the health of the Lings, and without any lift up here, even though Hydra made all those units, he's still pretty far ahead in the drone department, or workers. But that third command center, that's a big deal.
He is quite far ahead, and because of that third command center, there isn't actually those Hellions quite as quickly as they may have been before, something of the sort, so I'd like to see the Lings do damage, but they realize they can't. They're just going to be pulling on home, and we see 3 gas from Hydra. Actually, the 4th gas is there. He's got a layer on the way, and at first I was going to say it was going to be... Layer just popped in. At first I was going to say it was going to be like a kind of Roach Hydra, but he needed the third base, but now that I think about it, will be Spire, because he is adding on that. Yeah, there's the Spire, yeah.
Yep, 2 base, Spire. Not a bad follow-up, I would say, especially because of Apocalypse's base being so late as well. That barracks, though, being a pain in the butt there for Hydra, does want to take that third base eventually, but luckily
Micro is real.
Yep.
You know what's funny about it? Is that if it lands, it denies that hatch, but the only way the Lings actually deny it is by them being underneath it. Oh, never mind. It's going to go down. So a situation where you could have actually, in theory, indefinitely jumped up and down and blocked it, but that won't actually happen. Nice Viking will cancel, or at least kill one of the Overlords, which I love. Going to all the normal Viking spots. You know, the Viking knows the hangouts of the Overlords. It's terrible.
It does, right?
He knows all those hangout spots, but now Apocalypse is looking to push out. He's got an armory done. Looks like it'll be Hellbats. I mean, really, what does Hydra have? He's got 21 lings. We'll see if it's enough.
No bailing nest, but he does have that spine crawler. Really, really crucial in the defense here. Getting the double evo with no bailing nest, that's the only thing that really worries me. So the mutas are going to be able to deal with the Hellbats, but it's going to delay them too. So if the mutas can't get over to do economic damage, then that triple command center is going to continue to make workers while this army gets kind of dealt with.
I think the mutas should be able to kill this army, not only because they can't shoot it up, but I mean, Reaper, Hellion, it's all light units. The mutas should make mincemeat if they can get on top of them quickly. We'll see though, maybe this Viking will be the teller of bad news if the mutas go after it first, and that will be the case, but actually there's a drop Oxford going into the main, which the mutas will not quite be able to deal with, and those are Hellions right in the main base of Hydra here. Apocalypse is actually going to pull Hydra apart.
Yeah, he's doing a decent job here. Gonna get a few drone kills. He's actually sending a lot of lings into that choke point. Do not do that though, Hydra. You're gonna lose a lot of them. But here come the mutas, and they are just delaying the mutas from going over to the base of Apocalypse, who is getting some turrets up of his own and transitioning into mech once again. So we saw him do it pretty damn well on Iron Fortress. I mean, Coda is a little bit of a different kind of map, but it's still a great map for mech, I would say.
Yeah, it will be really interesting to see how it works out. I agree with you. Coda is a different type of map and not quite as big. We'll see how it pans out, though, because still no third base has been attained. There is a third CC, but none actually put down, and the mutas are going to start wreaking havoc. But actually, they may be caught between the Vikings and the missile turret. The Vikings decide not to quite move out or be as aggressive, but they will be led on to the missile turret. This is going amazingly for Apocalypse.
Yeah, and he even lost both of those Vikings, though. That was a big deal. So usually if you're going to try to deal with mutas with Vikings, you need them Viking count. So I think that was okay there. Oh my god, there's a drop inside of the main though. More Hellbats. Just trying to get some damage done, but they're just not finding those drones again.
So many workers though not mining, and there's not quite enough lings to actually surround them and kill them with the position that Apocalypse has been putting them in. But now the mutas are here and should be able to clean them up, but the Hellbats still denying mining for a long time. Off the back of this, we see what looks like probably Roachish Hydra. Hydra upgrades coming on the way, plus 1/1 for them. And I like where he's going with this, but everything has gone so well for Apocalypse.
Yeah, I mean, it's been back and forth between both of them, you know? Like, it's all this game of no one really fully committing to, like, you know, Apocalypse didn't really commit to that Hellbat push. He was planning to get that third the whole time. He's getting up this army, you know, the Thors, they can deal with the Mutalisks pretty easily, but it doesn't look like Hydra's going to commit to those mutas for much longer, as he is getting the Hydras out, the 1/1 upgrades. Does he have the road speed yet? He does already, so this is beautiful here for Hydra, or at least for both players, I would say.
The really terrible thing right now for Hydra with the mutas that he's not going into any more of them is that he has to get damage done with the couple that he has, but there's so many missile turrets for Apocalypse, and he's just so well defended that they are unable to. Now, though, it looks like Hydra is going to try to make one big push right here, and Apocalypse, he doesn't have that many siege tanks. He's actually made two Thors, which I think is an oversight here, purely because the Hydras may be able to push through this. We'll see, though, with Hellions on the way and siege tanks. Oh, Hydra's going to take this 1/1. Same time, though, there is that drop.
Yeah, he continues to drop. I love Apocalypse for doing that, you know, really being mobile with his mech, trying to get as much economic damage done, especially against the Roach Hydra force of Hydra. So if Hydra goes and commits to this, remember, he doesn't have Vipers yet. So he's just going to go with the brute force. Moving on in.
See if it works.
Yep.
Vikings will be able to kill some of the mutas here, but still the mutas reign undetested. Thors will finally clean them up, but that means the Thors are not fighting the rest of the army. Just simple moves straight through it. JJ Hydra takes game one, and even though... Welcome to Terraform and the second game in what we now know as a best of three. The player in the top left-hand corner from Root Gaming, it is Hydra. Currently up 1-0, and our lovely observer, the admin Saber, And the streamer. He does everything, really, to be honest here. Informed us this is a best of 3.
Yes, a best of 3 indeed, which means it is match point. But if this player can bring it back, it will be a 1-1 series. This guy, the Blue Terran, it is Apocalypse.
That really changes my views on the strategies in game 1, and now I know why he went pool first. At least I know why Hydra did it. It's a best of 3 series, not a best of 5 where he can go hatch first like he really prefers to. I'm curious to see, though, if he will be going hatch first on this map. It's all the mind games here. We don't see any proxy from Apocalypse. Still, though, he could possibly... He's waiting a little while for what... Actually, he's waiting a while. It looks like he's doing CC first.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to be a hatch first for Hydra. They will both silently commit to a nice macro game.
All right. Then, CC first off of a very, very opposite kind of a build from the last time, I would say. And yeah, Hydra going to get that hatch first, and we'll see if he decides to go into a gasless kind of style if Hydra were to scout. He didn't send a drone scout out, so maybe just by instinct he would go for the gas anyway. And
this is really the same. This is really the same thing for not only Hydra, but the same thing for Apocalypse, and they're both like 100% switching it up.
Oh yeah, you know.
Because you went pool first last game.
Yeah, and the fact that this is still another 2-player map, it's not like we all of a sudden went to a 4-player map and it's like, all right, this is my strategy for 4-player maps. This is a 2-player map once again, so I mean, a proxy racks kind of strategy could definitely be, a real. But Hydra is just saying, all right, this is much better. I think I'm confident enough, already up 1 game, and it's going to be perfectly fine just dealing with it if there was to be one, or if there were to be one.
In a best of 3, up 1 game, that is close for a Hydra to beat those $75 to buy some bacon. By the way, really sadly, we didn't quite comment on this before, but Bly v Apocalypse, did previously go to the finals, so we do have new blood in the finals here, even though it's a best of 3. Nice SCV scout of Apocalypse actually doesn't get into the main. It does get into the main, but it's a pretty standard, I'm going to be a safe Zerg player main.
Yeah. He's just like, all right. And SCV should be able to get back home, but whoa. Does he know about the CC first? He saw the SCV coming out.
All he knows is the SCV.
That might be enough to let him know. And Hydra already knows too that Apocalypse did go mech. So maybe he's like, I don't want to play that, man. I am not dealing with no mech. Ain't nobody got time for that. He's going to go ahead and drop down a Roach War in here. Skipping the Zergling speed means that there's going to be potentially game-ending damage here if you're not ready for it as Apocalypse. We've seen it work on this map too. It doesn't necessarily mean it will be.
I think Hydra knows it's a CC first, because if it was the only way you have that natural that quickly, maybe a Reaper fast expand with the bunker, but then he would have seen a Reaper. Otherwise, the Ling should be able to kind of meander up onto the ramp and then get killed by 2 or 3 Marines at the top. So I think he does know it's a CC first. But he threw down the Roach Warren slightly before that. I'm wondering if you're right, he did with that early SCV scout. Maybe that's what he thought it is. But here the Roach is coming. There is production for Apocalypse, but he's trying to do a 1-1-1 off the back of this. Hellions will be ready. But will they be ready in time for this Roach push heading across the map?
Well, I mean, the aliens are going to see it coming, but they're not going to be able to do much about it. I mean, we have already a tech lab coming here onto the barracks, and if he's going into Banshees, that is going to be really the only production happening. Hellions and Banshees against pure Roach, which should be able to break through, if not just get a lot of SCV kills. The Roaches have been revealed. Now it's come the moment of panic for Apocalypse. Can they repair the bunker?
Oh, SCVs! SCVs decide not to repair the bunker there, and the wall is broken through. Now the Hellions are a little bit useless here because there's not a full wall at the top of this ramp. Only the one supply depot. Maybe split the army in half, but Hydra. Guys, Hydra is up 1-0. This could possibly be the final game of the night for the $75 is going in. All the SCVs are being they're all being pulled out. Now there is a nice little Hellion flank. Hellions from all sides trying to do the damage, and Apocalypse will not tap out. The Banshee is on the way. Just a little bit of time he was unable to do, but this is not a cloak Banshee. This is desperation. Worker-wise, it is 1-37.
Oh my god, and Hydra is going behind
Hydra takes it.
I think
He
so
has
too.
just
He is right on.
decimated the economy, and I don't know what happened to Apocalypse right there. He could have held on. He could have healed. He could have healed the bunker.
Yeah,
Coulda,
he kind
shoulda,
of just
coulda,
missed
woulda,
it,
man.
perhaps. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. Not gonna cut it though. And now the the Banshee. You, my good friend, you have a whole hell of a lot of work to do. Hellions and Banshee's gonna try to do it.
A lot.
A whole hell of a hot.
The
damn
queens
damn
are ready though, and the Hellions.
Yeah, not
I
gonna be
mean,
enough.
Hydra just going into Spire. Like literally before that, I was like, you might as well just go into Muta and say I don't care about my third base. And now, man, Apocalypse, not.
It is not gonna look good at all here. You do have mules, double mule, but I mean, he doesn't have the triple command center yet, so it's just gonna be double mule.
That is what he's done in a lot of previous games. But there's the scan in Hydra, 2-0.
The champion of Chapter 2 of the
Oh
ASL
man,
Bacon Weekly.
The second chapter of Bacon Weekly, we saw like Vermilion. We went through Pewtertown. Everything was there. Guys, though, Hydra 2-0 will come out with $75. That is half the Saber. Sorry, not Saber. That is ASL putting that in. And the other half, Bacon_Infinity. That is at Bacon_Infinity on Twitter and or actually technically twitch.tv/Bacon_Infinity. They also cast these. I'm Drenok, that's Tempo, and Hydra 2-0 moves on. Any thoughts, Tempo? Except for the, like,
I mean,
have to heal the bunker.
oh, it's just like a slip up there where, I mean,
Uh,
he may not have been able to hold it anyway, but I mean, it's just one of those things where at least you're holding on and you don't let them in, right? And
he had the Hellions, though, and the Hellions weren't doing damage either, and that's... The Hellions, yes, they're low health, but they sit behind the wall and burn you alive. Well, they couldn't.
yeah, just a bit of just straight up some roaches. You know, they're able to usually. We saw Bly do that, right? Remember, even to Apocalypse, and he was able to hold it. Although it was on Iron Fortress, I don't think it was as many roaches, but just you know, you missed that repair, and all of a sudden you're in a world of hurt. That delaying just anything, any kind of time you can try to delay that push by or hold it at the front. But no, man, let the Banshees come out. Something, right? It just was like, oh, come on in, dude. Like, what's up? Oh, I was expecting you anyway.
By the way, every game was 2v0 or 2-0 except for Magic Rover v Hydra. I guess Hydra versus Hydra too, but all of them were 2v0 right there.
One. Yep, taking a game off of Hydra.
Yeah. Patience. We didn't get to see Hydra v Patience, but Hydra will be first place to Apocalypse second. 75 to Hydra, 25 to Apocalypse's ASL Bacon Weekly number 2 or Chapter 2. Check us out on ASLStarcraft.com. Learn more if you want to participate. We have all sorts of tournaments and leagues. This is just a weekly tournament. Everything happens today instead of a big long league. But just to recap, guys, in Chapter 1, we got our first Pokeball, we got our starter Pokemon, and we saw Arthur come out. I know. You got into my head earlier on, like in the very first thing. Arthur in Chapter 1, he started the hero's journey and took the games, took first place to Bly taking second. Arthur didn't show up for Chapter 2, but Bly, nevertheless, he persevered. He fought hard and will actually take third place. Apocalypse is second, and Hydra's first. By the way, Hydra's name on challenge is the Sin Dong.
Is it?
Yeah. At least it says Supreme Champion is Sin Dong.
Oh. Well, I know his name is like Dong Wan, but
I don't know. We'll see, guys. Hydra takes first place, going 2-0 against Apocalypse. Hydra walks away with a nice $75. Apocalypse 25.
it is Shin Dong Wang. Shin Dong Wang. That is his real name.
Tempo, any shout-outs before we have a nice little ado?
Yes, gotta give a big shout out once again to ASL. All of y'all for tuning in. Definitely had a great time. Although, yeah, most of them were 2-0s. We did see Magic Rover with that, busting out the one base Immortal on Terraform, making it work in order to take a game off of Hydra. But then, you know, Hydra bounced back and then goes on and wins the whole thing. So I know Nervalisk was very happy because he was like, well, at least the guy that beat me just took a game off of Hydra, so I don't feel as bad. But yeah, definitely
Magic River played well.
Indeed. So, and of course to you, Drenog, for joining. As we do, you know, go and do these casts to bring the weekly to y'all. Definite big shout out to the winners, of course. Apocalypse, who wasn't going home empty-handed, $25, and Hydra, who
bacon
at $75. Yeah, so Hydra just gets more bacon. Like it's at least you get bacon.
Yeah,
it's okay.
Like,
man.
what does bacon cost wherever you live, and you just figure out that's how much bacon you're being paid out. Shout out to Bacon Infinity.
Yes.
Bacon_Infinity on Twitter, twitch.tv/Bacon_Infinity. Go over there, follow them, whatever. They are also casting this. Lovely people.
Yeah, for real. I know that he had to cast alone today, which not an easy job to solo cast. Yeah, I know the other half of the Bacon Infinity squad wasn't able to make it, unfortunately. But he still trooped it out, man, and definitely check them out and give them their support.
Shout out to the bacon part of Bacon Infinity.
Bacon Infinity, right?
Bacon Parker. This is ASL StarCraft. Find out more at aslstarcraft.com if you want to join a league. We have leagues for all groups, all leagues, all whatever. ASL StarCraft, that's Tempo. I'm Drenog. Thank you to Saber. Guys, have a lovely afternoon.
Indeed. Take care.
Thanks for watching the video. Please subscribe to support the ASL by hitting the button now.